have done the work. You learned the licks. You can play the lines. On a blues, you sound fine, but it still sounds like someone else, like you are reciting a solo instead of telling one. Here is what nobody tells you. Knowing the line is not the same as it being yours. I'm Junan Choi, Berklee College of Music trained. I had the vocabulary. I could play every line I'd copied, and for years it still sounds like I was reading someone else's solo out loud, not mine. Here is what turned it around for me, George Benson. Yes, he has his own vocabulary, his own sound, but studying Wes Montgomery and George Benson at the same time, I found out that George Benson, he steal from Wes Montgomery. Those lines, notes for notes. But you would never mistake Benson for Wes. He took everything he borrowed and synthesized it into his own voice. Same source, a completely different person speaking. That is the move. It is the difference between a player and a copy. So today, I will show you that move, how Benson did it. I will take one line he learned straight off Wes, notes for notes, and work through how he reshaped it until it stopped being Wes and started being Benson. Same notes of the record, a completely different voice. The line was never the destination, it was the alphabet. So knowing a line and owning it are two different things. Today, you get the second one. The same notes, new sentence, I will show you how Benson took one line of Wes and reshaped it into his own. So you hear the moment a borrowed line become a voice. This is the difference between players who all sounds alike and the one you recognize in two bars, not more licks, your voice. So in the beginning of this video, what I played for you is the line we are going to look at. So let me pull the music on the screen. The line that I played first is off of the No Blues. The album is the Smokin at the Half Cut. So on the top one was the one that I played in the beginning, the first phrase. And whenever he plays this sound, I want to say sound, for the blues, he uses it for a full chorus, full one chorus of blues. So the second system you are looking at is Fried Pies, Wes Montgomery, and he played a little differently, but it is the same phrase, same sound. So what this sound is, actually this idea is coming from the previous video that I was talking about, the one chord being the sixth chord, not a major seven. I put the card up there right now, so if you guys want to see that, please go check that out. So we are playing F7, but I showed you like Billie's Bounce, the Charlie Parker, he think that is the F6 chord, right? Then on the upper structure, we have this D minor. And what the Wes just played on this page is D minor blues sound. So over here, D minor, and where the D minor blues scale is right here. Right? And in this D minor blues sound, only notes that stick out is this A flat, that blue notes. So that phrase, what Wes was doing is the toning of the D on the bottom, and he is just playing this sound while he put the top on the top, he put the tonic sound. So yeah, and over here we have these F notes, same over here. So this is totally the D minor blues sound. And also on the fried pie, right? And what is the other phrase that George Benson put together is on the top line. That line is coming from the James and Wes, which is also the F blues tune. And look at here, over this one is Wes Line. And then this is blues, F blues sound. So let me show you where he is playing that. So before we go back to the one chord, we have this 2, 5, back to the 1, right? So on this 2, 5, on upper structure, we have B flat major 7, and Wes, he is playing the B flat major over here like this, and then this is Wes Line, right? But then where our blues sit around here is reserving that sounds to the over here F6, F major blues. So put together, it sounds like this. So that is Wes Montgomery blues language. And let's see how Benson is put those together to make his own phrase. So bottom here is what George Benson is playing on Billie's Bounce, which is also the key of F, the F blues. So he played the Wes Line, right? And then blues. And over here, this is F6. This interval, by the way, is George Benson's favorite intervals on one chord. This is not my words. This is the Richie Hart, his word on that phrase. This is George Benson played many tunes in anywhere that key arrives. That is his just his intervals, his way of closing the phrase on the one chord. You can find it anywhere. So, but then also that is coming from the sixth chord, not the 1 major 7. So let's look at how and what the George Benson put together and make his own sound. Let me play it. Let me show you my finger. So G minor 7, the B flat major 7 is on top, so B flat major over here is the Wes Line. This is Wes Line. And then he plays the blues. He is going to the third of the chord, then his favorite interval. And then that phrase was, I showed you on the other video, that what George Benson plays on the D minor sound. So right after this, he went for that D minor sound. Also, the last phrase over here on the paper is how George Benson played the same phrase on top of the page over here, and this is just the same. Same means same idea. Right after the bebop Wes line and to the blues line. And how George Benson played is he just ended it there. But Wes he needed a little longer. So you have heard what it takes to make one line yours. It is good to have yours before transcribe and trying to do this, right? Then you can easily mismatch these languages in front of yours or after yours and mix them together. That is how you make your own lines and steal it rather than borrowing. But one line cannot be a voice. How do you do that on every blues, every chorus, every chord? So you stop sounding like everyone else and start sounding like you. That is the whole thing I teach in Bluesprint. How do you make it yours? That is what Bluesprint is. 12 hours, the whole system turned into something you can actually play. The doors open now, but it closes on June 30th. After that, it is gone. I will put the link below. Until next time, keep swinging.